Hey guys, today I am making some Swedish meatballs and I am making some mashed potatoes from scratch. So I'm boiling the potatoes. I gotta put some chicken bouillon in my potato while it boils. But I just seasoned the hamburger meat with paprika. I just literally sprinkled a dash of this all-purpose Greek seasoning, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and this is what I use for the meatballs. That's why I only use a little bit of, these are the only two things that had salt, and I use those very, very sparingly. So yeah, I'm about to turn these. I should have propped my phone up. I always talk about when I'm cooking, I have this door open all the time. It's just a habit. I do it all the time. So I'm gonna flip these. And I put an egg in it too. I stopped by, so when I was at the grocery store, I went to Publix today. And I forgot to get breadcrumbs. So I stopped by the dollar store, the Dollar General by my house. And they didn't have any breadcrumbs. And not that I have to have breadcrumbs for the meatballs. Because I don't always use them when I'm making these. Oh, I forgot. I ain't even noticed I ain't had a camera on them. So I'll flip these over. I turned my oven on to 400 because I'm gonna let these cook on the outside, like to kind of get um that brown, get that crust on the outside, and then I'll let them finish in the oven. They only take a few moments. Y'all know I don't like bagged meatballs anymore. I can't eat them anymore. I used to eat them a lot when I was younger, but now the only way I can eat meatballs is if I make them up myself. I need to turn my eye up a little bit too. And I'm gonna put this on a roasting pan with a rack.
Mommy,
Yes.
that's not okay for me. That I had it first.
Okay. Tell her to stop being mean. Turn this up a little bit. So how's everybody's Sunday? My Sunday is going okay. I put a spoonful of this in my water while the potatoes boil. But my Sunday is going alright. I had to go to the grocery store. To get wick. Y'all know, for those who may get wick or have wick, it's a headache sometimes because Berry doesn't drink whole milk, right? I buy almond milk anyway, but with his wick, he can't get almond milk. He can only get lactose-free milk. None of the lactose-free milk went through, so I ended up just getting fat-free. I mean, no, low fat. I think that's 1%. I think, yeah. The lady was like, "Well, that's good. That'll be good." Okay, cause I don't know. Today I was gonna make my own gravy, but I've been watching a lot of videos where a lot of people was using this McCormick's brown gravy, so I'm gonna try this with my meatballs today. I probably, after these brown, let me get my roasting pan. And I would not know where the top of it is, where the rat part of it is at. So when they come out the pan, after I make sure every side is brown and seared and crusted like I like it, I'll put it on this, and see, this, the bottom part will catch the grease, and they'll just be on here. Then I make the gravy. But yeah, I had a well, it look good. Come down a little bit. I had I woke up today thinking about my father, so I had to cry about him. And I remember when I went to therapy when I lost my mother, we talked about crying a lot. Crying is actually really good for the soul. And it makes you feel so much better. And I just promised myself, though, that today I wasn't going to make it a down day. I'm watching out. The kids are outside, too, in the backyard. I only took one kid out with me today. Sasa had to work today. So I took Jace. And he helps a lot. The other two little ones, the other three little ones, of course, y'all know Berry is the baby. But when you take the other ones out, they beg too much. See, I don't want them to fall apart. I put the egg in it, but that's one thing about the breadcrumbs. I haven't made meatballs in a minute, but the breadcrumbs to make it so they're not so flimsy. But they're right. These okay. I just flipped them again. Let me let y'all see them. Thank you. This is my bad. This is my first month going to, not my first month, my first time actually buying something besides chicken at the meat market. So I bought ground beef, I bought beef ribs, I bought pork ribs, I got right here, Barry. Hold on. But like I was saying, I bought something besides chicken. Usually I go to the meat market and get chicken and stuff because chicken in the stores just don't be right. Look. What you want? He want a bag of cookies. Y'all my pantry a mess again. I need to go through and clean it. What you want? He want a bag of cookies. So when he says a bag of cookies, he means I take this and I'll take these and just put a few of them in the bag for Barry. You can get some of these because these are the ones that's open right now. And you want to go sit at the table. Here. One thing we're about to start doing in my household is we're about to cut back on sugar. Not that I let them eat a lot of sugar, because the main thing they eat is cookies, right? The main thing that's sweet that they eat is like cookies. Oh, and they like donuts too. And I don't buy it often. Yes, I do. I buy it once a month. And then I kind of disperse it over like however long I can disperse it for the four little kids. The big kids they eat sweets too, but not as bad as the little kids. What's funny is I don't eat sweets like that. Y'all see Barry? Y'all don't mind my bench back there. I'm kind of riding the fence of, am I gonna get it upholstered or if I'm gonna get something new? I really want something new because I'm tired of that triangle, square type. I mean that triangle type table. All right, so these ready to come out. I'm gonna put them in the oven and let them finish. See how they look? And then I'm gonna put them on the pan right here. Let me do that. I'm gonna do that while I spoke. But I don't know which I want to do. They shouldn't stick because they greasy meat. I'm gonna let that one fry some more. I love homemade meatballs. That bag meatball, I don't know what it is. I just can't chew it. When I look at it, it makes my stomach sick. I be like, And I made these meatballs kind of big. Barry wants to go back outside. Y'all, I'm so sleepy. I was up like, I don't really get adequate sleep like I should. When I do, I feel great. But My older kids went to the fair last night. My daughter is driving. My daughter and her friends, they drive now, honey. And baby, I had to talk on the phone to my girlfriend for like 2 hours just so I didn't have to go to the crazy house. Cause my anxiety, I start thinking everything wrong going, everything bad that can happen. I start thinking it's gonna happen, and I'm praying to God to release me from that because I don't want to live my life like that. Especially they only gonna get older. You know, you gotta let them go. It ain't like I can just be like, oh, you gotta stay home for forever. You know. So I'm just praying to God to release me from that hole of just constant worry. And with each kid, it got worse. Each kid I had, it got worse with worrying. Let me wash my hands. All right, so I put the last little bit of meat on. This was, I think, was it 4 pounds? And I split it, so 2 pounds. So 2 pounds, yep. So 2 pounds of ground beef. And let me tell y'all, so I cooked the pork chop I got from, I haven't had pork chop in years. And I just recently had some, and they were good. But it tastes like that fresh, I don't know. It reminded me of the animal. I didn't like that part of it. And then a steak that I got from there too. And it was really tender, really good. But it reminded me of the pig. Oh, goodness. It reminded me of the, not the pig, the cow. It gave me moo. So I'm trying to try. You know, one of my coworkers was like, if you start going to the meat market and stuff, you know those that meat is fresh. Pick up your stuff off the floor. You're making a mess. Good job. She was like, you know, it's fresher meat, it's better meat. I might be saying, give me the chemical a little bit because I can't. I don't know. It's just like the steak is sitting here. One of them is, I ate one, and I was just like, it's not like nasty, but it's giving me fresh cow. That's what I was in my mind. I kept thinking I was smelling and tasting a cow. Yeah, I need to go to sleep. That's what's wrong with me. But yeah, I'm gonna put everything together, and then I'm gonna come back and show y'all how I do this. I'll be back. All right, homemade meatballs. Some are still frying. I seared them on the outside, let them get that crust, and I'm gonna put them in the oven, let them finish, and I'm gonna make some gravy. I'm doing some homemade mashed potatoes, and I'll be back. All right, so now I'm sauteing my onions for my gravy. I put a little bit of oil. I use avocado oil. I did use a little bit of oil from the from the meatballs frying. Not that back there. This. But sauteing the onions. I do light onions because I really like onions, and my daughter and one of my sons like onions, but it's other ones. It's too many that don't like it, so I'll put a little bit. I'm about to drain the potatoes and get this gravy started. All right, y'all. Here's the meatballs and gravy. So let me tell you what I had to do. I made the meatballs way too big, especially for the little kids, and it's still big. Like when you look at something like that and just say pinch it, you see how big that is? That's big. So I had to cut them in half, and I may even go back and cut them in half again because it's just a little too big. I made 20 big meatballs when I probably should have just made 40 small ones. About the gravy, y'all know I showed y'all that gravy pack. Hold on. This the gravy pack right here. It's okay. I actually prefer my homemade gravy from scratch. But it'll do. It'll do. I'm about to put a top on this, let this simmer for a little bit. I did add like some onion powder, black pepper. See how big that is? Them little kids can't eat that. It's too big. And I wouldn't want them. I can see them now trying to bite it. But let me finish and I'll be back. But I did want to show y'all this part. Y'all know what that gravy give? Y'all know the Salisbury steaks in the grocery in the frozen section that come in that little microwave pan you put in the oven, cook it like that. Years ago I used to have that, make that. That's what that gravy give, that like fake. So yeah, I'll be making my own from now on. I won't use that. I just see a lot of people on social media, TikToks and stuff use that kind. I don't want that kind no more. I won't use that no more. All right, y'all. Dinner is done. Now my homemade meatballs I had to kind of have because I made huge ones. Homemade mashed potatoes. They done got cool now. And my green beans still cooking. And a picture of strawberry lemonade. I'm tired. Y'all put too much pepper in my green beans. Disgusting. All right. Little kids about to eat. That's very little plate right there. All right. This is my big boy, Jakaz. Now, this is what my oldest boy want. He don't want green beans. That's why he is a green bean.